Fuse has always been a platform for us to express and indulge our interests, and working with different illustrators, photographers and writers is an exciting and central part of my role for Fuse and gives us an opportunity to produce something that excites us visually. We've worked across different collaborative forms, from magazines, gigs and parties to artist workshops, installations and experimental pop-up spaces. Our first successful collaboration partnership happened when we met illustrator New Tasty. The illustrations she produced accompanied features with subjects that are often difficult to photograph, and the drawn portraits on the covers let us steer clear of overused press shots and cheesy celebrity covers, giving the magazine a unique visual aesthetic that was quite rare at the time. Our style editor, Peter Paul Hartnett, has spent over 4 decades both on the fringes of society and within the diverse scrums of global subcultures. His intention has been to track originators, innovators and early adopters, a directional style backed up by unique philosophies, and he remains Fuse's key chronicle of style with his unfettered access to fashion hotspots around the globe. Jeremy Ville has such a strong, unique style that jumps off the page. Throughout the years, he's produced numerous content pages for Fuse, as well as cartoon strips, posters and flyers for Fused events, as well as a gigantic billboard that set pride of place in Birmingham city centre for a number of months. More recently, Jeremy Ville has produced a whole clothing range for Hugo Boss, as well as a summer 2020 clothing collection for Lacoste, but we had him first. The Fuse design tote bag he designed for us has been known to pop up on eBay for silly money. Working collectively can lead to some unexpected gems, and we often end up far from the original idea started from. But the collective serendipity of the process often pushes the contents into new and exciting directions. That's definitely been a big positive for us. Understanding the complementary skills that the illustrator brings to the magazine is also crucial to get the best out of the collaboration. For instance, we often work with fashion illustrator Kelly Thompson, and on a feature piece with Pete Doherty, her intricate and delicate drawings added a stylish and elegant flourish to the finished article. We also often ask artists to interview fellow artists. One of the more recent collaborations was with the musician Anton Newcomb of the band Brian Jonestown Massacre, who wrote a great piece on how Brexit will affect touring musicians. If you haven't seen it, I strongly recommend the documentary movie Dig, which features Anton and his professional rivalry with the band The Dandy Warhols. We often collaborate with partners on standalone issues of the magazine, as well as exhibition catalogues. One of the first ones we produced was for the Serpentine Gallery in London for their China Power Station exhibition, which was the first large-scale exhibition housed in Battersea Power Station and featured a collection of leading Chinese artists. Our collaborative process and sense of visual styling certainly helped with picking up a strong following globally, and has seen Fuse gain distribution across the globe, as well as being featured in numerous books on magazine layouts and design. Our 2018 cover, designed with photographer Clem Stasher, saw us awarded the Global Magazine Cover of the Year by industry podcast and website Stack. Our eye candy events are ever-changing celebration of illustration, design and sign writing that takes place in many guises, using collaborations from the magazine as well as new partners. From pop-up design-led shops to outdoor street works, we select exhibitors, speakers and designers from across the globe to showcase the best in illustration, art and design through various programs and events. These include exhibitions, expos, meetups, a talks program of industry heavyweights and creative workshops. Eye Candy has led us to commission many of our favourite artists to produce large-scale works and brings a much-needed shot of beauty into many unloved and unused buildings. Eye Candy events have taken place in Southside Birmingham, where we commissioned live-scale murals, mobile cinema trucks and pop-up events. We also took over a warehouse venue in Digbeth, Birmingham, which included numerous exhibitions. Standout commissions have included a 20-foot fabric monster by artist Felt Mistress, a piece by Parisian street artist Fathy, and Anna Garforth's 20-foot wooden Geo Fox, which is in Southside. We also created a pop-up shop in Great Western Arcade, which we used to sell the work of some of our favourite artists. It housed a series of 3 daily workshops and talks, with people being invited to make everything from fabric cacti making, screen printing, zine making, and a special introduction to fashion portrait drawing with fashion stylist and illustrator Misled. Mucho Brumcia for the Four Squares weekend was a major outdoor celebration where we brought performance artists and music to Centenary Square. We closed the event with a large Mexican-themed street procession led by a walking brass band orchestra and Imagineer's 6-metre tall Godiva Odyssey puppet, which walks around the streets of the city centre. One of my personal highlights has been asked to create a stage at Austin, Texas's South by Southwest Music Festival. Here we took over 5 of our favourite Birmingham bands to showcase to an international audience. We also created Soundclash with Virgin and organised a series of free concerts. This has included a lot of our favourite musicians and was notable for being the very first live performance by a band called Snowfield, who quickly changed their name to Editors before selling out stadiums around the world. Other highlights have been working with the Specials frontman Terry Hall and Ben Sherman, as well as the legendary New York Dolls Savain, who played a set at one of our eye candy events to create a New York-style loft party vibe in the heart of Digbeth in Birmingham. One of our current collaborative partners is CoLab Dudley. Our aim is to start to brighten up the town centre with a range of interventions, from new type-based commissions shaped by community input with artists Dan Griffiths-Hayes and 7 9 Signs, to the Dudley People's Archive, which explores and celebrates Dudley's rich heritage and vibrant presence through photography, art, publications and stories, all submitted by members of the public. The project aims to engage with people and places normal exhibitions and galleries might not easily reach, by celebrating the region's past as well as documenting the way we live today. So far, this has been done online, but we'll soon be inviting people to meet in our cool new high street space in Dudley High Street. Fused has a strong market globally, especially in North America, the Netherlands and across Asia, including Japan, Korea and China. This has led us on to another recent collaborative project, which is a standalone issue of the magazine all about Great British Design, which is being produced and distributed in Hong Kong later this year for Asia's biggest design event called Business of Design Week. Over the years, it's been these kind of collaborations that help push the Fuse brand, content, events and exhibitions into new and exciting directions, and to help bring a uniqueness to our work. If you'd like any more info on our projects, then please check out our website addresses below. Thank you for listening.